PLC Network here with another unboxing, this time once again coming from the company UPERFECT. And this is their 15.6-inch 4K UHD 100% sRGB portable monitor. USB-C or HDMI, just like any of their other monitors, but it's a portable screen. So it's kind of like if you just took a laptop and ripped the screen off. I mean, wouldn't advise doing that, but if you did do that, the thinness and everything that comes with it, that's pretty much what this is. So similar to a tablet, but you just plug it into your laptop, plug it in your computer, and it gives you an additional screen. So they call it portable because, you know, that's the whole point. It's thin, it's light, it's small. You can slide it into a backpack alongside a laptop, and it's your part of your portable rig. So you get a second or third screen for your laptop, depending if you get two of these or just one. But this is their 4K model, and for those that are always hungry for the information of what the model number is, once again, this one does not have a model number. It is simply just the UPERFECT 4K 15.6-inch portable touchscreen. So they only have one, apparently, model, so that is the model number. So I'm sure if they come up with another model, this will be given or granted a model number, but for now, there is none. But this is similar to all of the other ones in terms of features for the most part, only it's 100% sRGB instead of Adobe RGB and whatnot, but it's 100% sRGB. That's what this model is all about. And everything else is pretty much the same. You have built-in speakers. It's VESA mountable. It's FreeSync compatible. It works with everything, you know. So again, laptops, computers, any operating system, mobile devices, tablets, phones, anything that can output video via USB-C or HDMI will work with this monitor. All for the price of $339. So, and yes, that might be a little bit expensive, but it's not when you consider the fact that it's 4K. So some of the other monitors we've worked with from UPERFECT were able to sneak in 4K in certain conditions, and usually it's just if you're plugging in via USB-C and you're duplicating your screen and your original screen, the source, is also 4K, then those screens would also give you 4K, at least the two models we've tried. However, if you hooked it up any other way, then you just get 1080p. For this is 4K all the way. 4K, 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 no matter how you hook it up, it can at least do 4K. It doesn't mean you're always going to get 4K. It depends on your device and what it's capable of handling or what the resolution is that you set it to if you decide to dumb it down to 1080p. But all this talking aside, we're going to open this thing up and we're going to show you what it looks like. What does it come with? And then show you some demo video to see what it actually looks like. The cover here is similar to a lot of their other covers. It's a folding design. They call it a smart cover. I don't know why, actually. I don't know if it turns off the screen when you close the cover. We'll have to try that out. But it's just magnetic, so maybe that's what makes it smart. But it does come completely off if you want to. And again, light. This thing is so incredibly light. Now the last one we had was their 1080p touchscreen, and that one had some weight to it. But yeah, I mean, you had digitizer and everything going on in there. This thing though is just for a 4K monitor. This thing is super light. So that's a big plus right there when you're packing things into a backpack to go mobile with. The back side of this guy is going to be what I'd mentioned, the VESA mounts, so that if you have a VESA TV mount or anything like that, you can hook that, hook this up to one of those mounts and hang it on the wall. So if you want to put this as part of a rig, say it's a workstation setup for a USB-C or a Thunderbolt docking station or something like that, and you just want a little small footprint with two of these screens on the wall or something. But it's light, it's got VESA mounts, it's got the screen itself is protected here. They just have a piece of plastic here with some masking tape just to prevent it from any kind of scratching while it's in the box as it gets to you. It's a matte screen, it's not over reflective or anything like that. I think so far it looks good. The side, on the left side over here, you have some buttons here. This is typical for the UPERFECT models. You have your on-off, which is also your back button when you're in the menu. You have a button here for the on-screen display that's up and down and also pushes in. And usually the initial push-in is like it brings up brightness or something or volume. And then if you hold it down or press it twice or whatnot, you'll bring up your menu. And then you get around the menu with this, and then using this as a back button, pushing the wheel in for your OK. So you go up, down to go up, down, left, right, push in to select or OK, and then the power button to back out. And then here finally we have a headphone jack, so if you want to use headphones with this, you can. In most situations, whatever device this is hooked to, it's going to have a headphone jack, so you might not be using this much, if at all. If laptop, any of those kind of devices, a computer, it's going to have a headphone jack. So this is really for when you're hooking it to like a tablet or a smartphone, and that, say this device only has one port, like the iPhones, that have just one port out and don't have a headphone jack, then you can have that one port out heading to this and then use this for your headphone jack, so you can still use analog headphones. On the other side, you just have your connectivity. You got 2 USB-C ports and an HDMI. That's a mini HDMI. It will work with USB-C devices as long as that device offers video over USB-C, so it's DisplayPort over USB-C. And if it doesn't, then you got to use HDMI. Almost every other device out there supports HDMI in one way or another. If it isn't direct, then you're going to use some kind of an adapter or something to get there. But I mean, the flexibility for these screens in terms of what they can work with, it's fantastic. Balanced with the mobility of it and lightweight. So they're really simple. You have your inputs, you have some basic controls on the side, that's it. So what you're buying is, where you're paying for at least, is the nice 4K screen. Now, taking a look at the accessories here, we have a card here, just a warranty card. It gives you a breakdown of, kind of a customer service breakdown, so you don't have to reach out to them. You have a manual here that just kind of runs you through the features and the menu and everything else. It's all in English, so it's very informative, which is very cool. And it tells you about all the cables and connectivity scenarios where you'd be using this, so again, if you can't use USB-C, then use HDMI. Now, the USB-C port, you'd still be using it if you're using HDMI. It just means you have 2 cables instead of 1, because with the USB-C scenario, you're just doing USB-C for video and data and power, and for HDMI, you'll be using the USB-C for power. And you have 2 different options, so if your device also has a USB-C port, which just doesn't do video, then, USB-C would be going to USB-C, and then that'll be powering the laptop, and then HDMI for video. If you do not have a USB-C port or USB, because usually you can adapt it, then you'll go with a wall adapter instead for the USB, which they do provide as well. And again, it's very nice. They always provide cables. And what you get here is exactly what I just mentioned. You have USB-C to USB-C. You have 2 USB-C to USB-Cs, actually. And you have a mini HDMI to HDMI cable. And then you have the wall adapter right there. So if you need to go to the wall for power, you got that. You'll be using one of the USB-C cables for that, and then the HDMI for video, or however your setup is. That's it. Nothing else in the box. It's just a monitor, 3 cables, wall adapter, this, a warranty card, this, the instructional material, the user manual here. It's all their monitors are really functional. They usually look really nice. This isn't an Adobe RGB, but it is still sRGB. It is, I think I'm sure they'll come up with another model in the future that's touchscreen, 4K touchscreen, which will be nice. We'd love to see that ourselves if so. But for now, this is what they got. It's 4K, and of course, we need to go take a look at it now. So let's go see what it looks like. So what you see here is a fantastic picture, actually. It's being pit side by side against a Dell 4K laptop. And the Dells we surround ourselves here are part of the Inspiron or the XPS series, but all of them that we have, pretty much that we've ever added to our inventory over the last 3 years, has been 4K touchscreen. Beautiful, beautiful screens. Dell does a really good job on their laptops when it comes to the 4K screens, just in general. And the portable monitor sitting next to it, it just really complements it, which is really nice, coming from a brand that you may or may not be familiar with. So this is cool, especially for UPERFECT. That definitely adds to their success and their reputation, at least, because this is the 3rd screen we've actually tested by this company, and it's 3 out of 3 so far in terms of it. Just the screen performing. The picture, everything is nice. The detail and the edges and everything is just beautiful. It didn't take much for the settings for us to get here. We took up the brightness a little bit and played with a few other things, but we haven't really touched it. In fact, I don't think we spent more than maybe 2 minutes in the menu, if at all, going through some of the features just to get it to look like what it looks like right now. So it tells you right out of the box, brightness is pretty much going to be the only thing you're going to play with unless you really want to dig into it. So if you're working with graphics or video editing or anything like that, then you'll spend a little bit more time in the menu. But this looks fantastic. I mean, these images are great. So there you have it, the UPERFECT 15.6-inch 4K portable monitor for USB-C or HDMI devices. For more information, we'll definitely put links and stuff in the description so you can find this product, and maybe some more words that we might have to say about it. If you liked what you've seen here, don't forget to subscribe and follow us, because we have many, many more videos to come. So definitely subscribe and use the comment section below in case you have one of these, or if you want to just talk amongst yourselves or with us about the product. or similar models that they have. Again, this is the third one we've tested, so you can ask us how it compares to one of the other models, or if you just have one and you want to brag about how cool it is, use the comments section. As always, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, and or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.